see the T-post there. Yeah, I can see that white top of the T-post. Alright, now we'll turn this thing around so I can get into the water tank. Bring those forks down. Alright. Yeah, this is kind of the view every night. Really? Are you kidding me? Welcome to part 2 of Dead in the Water, I guess we'll call it. On the last video you saw that the tractor kind of took a nosedive on us. So wasn't able to work on it last night because it was wet, cold, raining, miserable rain, a little bit of snow mixed in as well, so it was not real pleasant. We were doing good to get the necessities done last night. I'm going to go over and see if I can take off the settle bowl, see if maybe there's trash in the settle bowl, and clean that up and see if maybe that will fix our issue. Now, I do want to say thank you to all of you that watch on a regular basis and all of our subscribers. Thank you very, very much. If you watch the videos and you haven't subscribed, then we would sure ask you to go ahead and just click that to subscribe on our page, and also you can click to be notified when we post new videos, and don't forget to give us a like as well. We appreciate each and every one of you, and I can't express how wonderful it is to know that that many of you enjoy our videos. Right there is the settle bowl that I'm trying to get off. There is a sensor apparently that runs from the bowl. Sorry about the bad camera angle. That off. Looks like it's just they say it's supposed to be hand tight. I don't know whose hand they're using. They're mine. Yeah. Nice little bit of diesel. Yep. I got a feeling there is my problem. Wow. Look at that. And I call myself being very careful putting in fuel. For about half turns. That's about 4 half turns, so that should be pretty close to I'm not seeing any leaks there. I'm sure not seeing much coming back into the settle bowl either. One of two things. either the fuel into the settle bowl flows very slowly, or the gunk that you saw in the settle bowl is actually in the tank, and that's, I mean, because it makes sense, because if it's in the settle bowl, it had to come from somewhere. Well, hello everybody. As you can tell, it's another cool day here on the farm. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. You know, a couple of weeks ago I had the sinus stuff come on me, which still is hanging on, unfortunately. And then the stomach bug hit. Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. So anyway, my wife has gone to pick up the first load of our alternate bulk feed. We're getting a small load just to see how it's going to mix into what we have already, just to kind of play with it a little bit to see how we can do what we can do with the mixes. So she's going to do that. On a personal note, it was a rough night last night. Everything's okay, everybody's okay, but we had a pellet stove fire last night in the pellet hopper. That was an experience that I really don't want to do again. The only fatality out of that is the pellet stove. But anyway, it's been a interesting 12 hours, let's just put it that way. Let me reiterate again that on the pellet stove, the only fatality was the stove itself. We're all okay, no property damage, nothing like that. It just and if we clean that hopper out and everything, the pellet stove might be okay. But honestly, after that, I don't think I trust it. It's not too bad. It is pretty wet. Okay. I think this will mix pretty darn good. Awesome. Hardest part will be scooping it. Cool. It turned out a little bit hotter mix than what they were originally intended. So we're still going to have to cut it, whether it be with corn or our base mix or whatever, because it's still very wet for one, and two, it's very high in fat, a lot higher fat than was intended. Fats are one of the things that you have to watch the most, because high fats can scour an animal really, really quickly. So we're going to have to cut it, because that's one issue that I don't want to have to deal with on a herd-wide basis, is a lot of scours. So we'll play around with our mixes. I found a wonderful feed mix calculator online from Cornell University, I believe it is, and I'll put a link in the description so you can check that out yourself if you're looking at doing feed mixes. It has a lot of things pre-programmed in, but then you can also add customs and stuff like that to kind of better formulate what you're feeding. So far I really like it, and when you get everything set the way you want it, you can have it sent to you by email, and they will email you the finished copy. Oh, Layla. Layla's always up for some scratches. You can always count on her. When nobody else is being really friendly, Layla will be. Because she's a baby. She's a yes, she is. Don't know how much I actually got on film, but unfortunately, there's where everybody is now. So I guess we'll have to wait till feeding time to get them back where they're supposed to be. Okay, you gotta see this. On the donkey, we had a little bit of brain freeze. Cold water in that tank. Had her tongue sticking out. Is it cold, girl? Is it cold? Yeah. Well, there it is, our new feed mixer. Ain't that cool? Plugged up the holes in the front. One there, one on the other side. Of course, those plugs are just temporary until we figure out how this is going to work. Then on the inside, this is the only thing I'm not real sure about. On the inside, that grate there, I'm afraid it might be too fine holes for this mix to go through because it's so heavy. But we'll find out. Let's set back real quick. Then once we get it mixed, then that dump cart will fit right up under in there. We can dump it into the dump cart and then we can bucket it from there, because it's pretty easy to shovel out of that dump cart into the buckets. Because of the sloped back, it makes it pretty easy to shovel out of. So here's hoping.
Alright, that string's too fine. So, learning curve, first time. So as far as mixing the feed, did a wonderful job. I mean, hardest part was getting it out, but mixing it was absolutely spectacular. So I have to give a thumbs up on the mix. Just gonna have to work on the dismount. That's gonna be the key, is finding something that we can make dividers in there with that doesn't have such small holes. A little bit twice that would be nice, because some of it sifted through and mixed. It was just the downside of when you turned it over to dump it, it wouldn't dump. It just hung up on the back side of that grate. So that's why you plan for a little overage for your spillage, oopage, and droppage. But we'll have to give it a thumbs up for now.